doing school outreaches. Wherever we go, we ask for the numbers of those that stammer, and some of them come on board, but some of them still feel reluctant because they feel like when I come out, is that I am admitting to the people that I have a disability, or they still will mock me for more because of this. But we still have a lot of them that are still joining, and then we hope more will join us for us to raise awareness on this topic.
Exactly. What are some of the plans that Sasa is putting in place to ensure that those reluctant would actually realize that they also have potential that they can, or they also have talent that they can showcase through Sasa?
As Sasa is a new association, but we are still on plans doing ongoing activities, because we're continuing on school outreaches. We're also on TV shows and radio shows, whereas we promote and continue advocate for these people. We think as time goes on, if we normalize these things and we accept them as the way they are, they will eventually come and join us and accept themselves in society. We are trying to raise awareness in society to accept them, and with patience and support.
Exactly.
Okay, so in this aspect, like most of the people who stammers have been, who are going through difficulties, not only in our communities, even in our schools, as you said, as you give a school as an example, because sometimes they might be in the class, they will be in the class, a teacher will ask a question, they will not answer the question, not because they cannot answer those questions, but because they are always afraid that if we speak, people will laugh, people will mock, people will tease. And here, this is not only the responsibility of the students around them, but also it can also be the responsibility of teachers. Because if you're dealing with somebody who stutters, you have to be somebody who is patient. You have to be somebody who is willing to listen. You have to be somebody who is willing to stand for the voices of such people. You have to understand that it is not a disability. They are people that are just like us. So for teachers, for instance, what they will have to do is that they will have to listen with patience. Like anytime an opportunity comes whereby these affected people can answer, they should give them chances to talk. They should not always be in a haste saying that they will waste time, they will do this or that. Because if that happens, those people who started, their capabilities are being hindered.
Exactly.
There are so many things, there are potentials in them, but because of certain things, they may not be able to come out and speak. That is why, as an association, Sasa, we use this platform so that we can reach to the wider audience. We can spread awareness about stuttering. We want to show the whole world, or the whole Gambia, that stuttering is not a sign of low intelligence. People who stutter are intelligent. Like, let's look at the example of Joe Biden. Joe Biden was once a president of the United States. He also shared his experiences with stuttering. So that shows that people who stutter, there are potentials in them. They are capable. They can do whatsoever others are doing. So like I said earlier, since this is a platform that will reach to the wider world or to the wider audience, we want to urge all teachers or everybody else that are dealing with such people, what they will have to do is let them always listen to them. Let them always help them. They are not different. This is just a speech difference. It's not a sign of mental issues or any other form of disabilities. Sometimes it is related to how the brain processes speeches or languages. Sometimes also it can be genetics, like it runs in some families. So sometimes also some people started not because they want to start it, but because of the situation they found themselves. Because as kids, when growing up, we all started in one way or the other. So sometimes some will outgrow it and some will later continue with it. So stuttering is just a speech difference, but it's not a sign of low intelligence or any other thing.
Support association. Association bu bees la boo xamante ne mu ngi advocate for people that ñoo xamante ne dañ dee det. So nekkee ko xamante ne dañ dee det, dañ bëgg nga accept yourself the way you are, because you are not alone. Research shows that 1% of the world, that is 8 million to 7 million people in the whole world, stutter. So you should accept yourself, because that is the way God creates you, and it is not a limitation to you. And then to the parents or the caregivers, you should encourage your siblings or whosoever that stood in your family to accept themselves, because the best way to help the person is when the person actually accept themselves. Because it is difficult for people to come even to encourage you when you have not fully accepted yourself. Maybe for instance, man su ma ñëwee ma ne la Aïssa, it is okay, yow mën nga det loolu nekku dara. If Aïssa didn't accept herself, mom su nangoon ne moom loolu nekkul problem, moom mën naa wax ne jabu kii daf maa rëy, because you know that I have this disability or something. Ngay ñëw fii di pretend as if it is fine while it is not. So if you are somebody that stood up, boo nekkee ko xamante ne danga dee det, loolu nekkul problem. We have seen great people, like Aïssa said, Joe Biden, ko xamante ne is a former president of America. Moom buuri America la woon. He is somebody, moom tamit daf daan det, but after he some way try to overcome that stuttering and become a very great leader in the whole world. And then we have somebody called King George VI, who was a king of UK, who was also somebody that stood up, but in one way or the other, he tried to overcome and even led his country to a war where they emerged victorious. So I'm saying, my wax pour ñoo xamante ne ñu ngi det, nekk koo xamante ne daf dee det, miinu ne yow mënuloo def loo xamante ne ñeneen ñu koo def.
Role to play. Katum ko ne ajibe sometimes mul mi yalan ko e ka bibile. Ni aje la bibo nyin ka wajabi. Ila wululal wala mul mi yalan ko ni be so kono wala na aka wajabi. Because ibuke ima koy. Ni buka pare ke la muyila. Ni lafta ka diam fango aka ke ife time we solti. E kala fi yetriya ye diam doron. Lafta ka min fo yafo. Ayta. So mbe min fala mi yalan ko be so kono parents or guardians or momo mi yalan ko ebe suwo kono ebe lamoy kan ebe nyim TV so jibe kan be min fole ko ni mo so do suwo kono mi yalan ko bibilalon bibiro manke sasati amenke sasati amenke ko men nimmo bibida ata fen achieve la no life kono mo mi yalan ko aka bibi asa fen mo fen kenu alafta min kela asa kenu fen mo fenti alafta min kela but follow minto. The person have to be somebody, as Jabu said, that accepts him or herself. You will have to accept yourself in order for people around you to accept you. And you take a multi me alonku. Ye life ngole, ye song ifangole ko eka bibile. Ni woketa ibaje la mul mimbe dal will be ma ko la nol. But you as an individual, ni me fango accept. Ya tandi ko ntel momenti nka bibile, but I am just a normal human as anybody else. So you have this concept that nimfintida nimbiam to mulbe jelalale. Ninga nyinke ntefen sotolaje or stuffs like that, you will never go forward and you will never overcome that stuttering. So the responsibilities parents have is that, and I will keep repeating this, if they have or they are dealing with somebody who stutters, they will have to always give a listening ear, and they will also have to be patient always. Let them not complete their sentences for them. Like, I might not be able to talk on behalf of everybody who stutters, but some people, if you want to complete their sentences for them, they become pissed off. You understand? So that is also something else. So in order for you to help them, whatsoever they want to say, no matter how long the sentence is,
you need to allow them to
you need to allow them to complete it. Exactly. Do not complete their sentences for them. Do not tease, do not mock, do not take advantage of them, because they can do whatsoever other people are doing. They are not sick. The only difference is the speech.
Exactly.